everyone, to episode 221 of the Balcast podcast. I'm your host, Caleb Peng. I'm joined with HurricaneKaz and a very special guest. We're joined by the world champion of 2025 himself, Beelzeboy. How you doing this morning?
Hi Caleb, hi Kaz, hi everyone.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. It's actually your evening. It's my morning. But
Yeah.
It
uh,
is, yeah.
yeah. Well, we had to get a chance to speak to you because I'm sure people at home listening are curious what you're like, maybe on or off the stage, and just learn all things about you. I will say too, I know that you were on the PvP corner, Stephanie DeFi and Fish on Heaters podcast recently. Now, I've unfortunately didn't have a chance to listen to it yet. So I do apologize to you and then maybe any of our listeners if we ask any similar questions, but there's a chance that maybe some of our audience doesn't overlap. So this will be first time. So uh, just that heads up. I don't think Kaz got a chance to listen to it yet either because it just came out this week too. So
It's true, yeah.
um, but anyway, I guess tell us a little bit about yourself, just even outside of Pokemon Go and Pokemon in general, like how did you get started with, video games and stuff? And did you play Pokemon when you were growing up, or was like Pokemon Go one of your first games?
So like I never played Pokemon like a video game before Pokemon
Mm.
Go. I My first like Pokemon memory, other than watching the anime, is like I remember my aunts giving me like Pokemon cards, and one of them
Mm.
was Poliwhirl. And I really
Oh,
liked it.
okay.
And yeah, and they also gave me like a pouch which had like lots of tiny Pokemon on it. Like, that's my
Oh,
first memory of Pokemon. But
oh
other
wow.
than like watching the anime, which I
Hmm.
really enjoyed, I didn't really play any Pokemon games until Go.
Okay, gotcha. And did you play Pokemon Go right when it came out, or was it like a
Yes.
few years? Okay, and you
Oh,
stuck with it,
I
or you took some breaks?
yeah, I started like before it even like officially released in India. Like
Oh, okay.
even before the global release, I started playing because like I really like Pokemon, even though I hadn't
Hmm.
played any of the games before. And yeah, I played for a little while, like everyone else. Like there
Hmm.
was a community and all, but slowly, it was around the time when I was just about to start college. And
Hmm.
once I started college, like I think in my sophomore year, I stopped playing for a bit, and
Hmm.
then COVID happened, and I came
Right.
back like most people, and
Hmm.
found out
Hmm.
about PvP.
Yeah, yeah. So I think right when you came back, like Go Battle League was out already, right? So
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
start and you kind of just consistently played since.
Yeah, like I think Go Battle League was like the first two seasons were already done by the time I
Hmm.
started playing. Like I don't remember playing like for the old Stephen pose and all. Like those I don't have at all. I
Right.
started when like there was a time when like every month there were QRM raids, and I think it was like November,
Oh, okay.
December.
Okay.
Yes,
And
I do
yeah,
remember.
I
Yeah.
yeah, so I started playing around then. And I even though like I was so bad at GBL, I really like enjoyed the idea behind it, like behind
Hmm.
GBL and like those battles. So
Hmm.
yeah, I've been playing since. I don't think I stopped ever, except for like taking breaks in between, like
Yeah, yeah,
short.
yeah,
Hmm. So
yeah.
once you got into sort of the competitive aspect of Go, what was your like when did you kind of figure out I really enjoy this, I want to get better? And how did you go about approaching sort of actually practicing this as a skill?
Right. So, when I first started GBL, like I had no idea like how I can get better at this. So I just searched through YouTube and Reddit and stuff like that, and then I found out about Zionic, and yeah,
Hmm.
like he was my first like person who I saw played. GBL and like Pokemon, like PvP, Pokemon Go PvP. I learned a bit from him, and then I found out about Thor Tactical, and then I found out about Discord. Like I found out about like Discord servers existing. I was on Discord before, but like I didn't know that there was a whole community of people who really enjoyed this game, like enjoyed
Mhm.
this aspect of the game, because I was on like
Mhm.
Pokemon Go like raiding Discords, but not on any like battle Discords. And yeah,
Mhm.
I found out about Thor Tactical, I found out about Twitch, and you know then everything just fell into place after that.
Very
Nice,
cool.
nice. I was gonna ask you too, before even like the PvP stuff came out. Pokemon Go is pretty big in India, right? Were you in India the entire duration when you're playing Pokemon Go, or like especially during COVID and everything too?
Yes, I've
Okay.
only been outside India thrice, and all three times have been because of Pokemon Go.
Yeah, all the past three worlds essentially, right?
Exactly,
Yeah.
yeah. Those are the only times I've been outside of India.
Oh, that's pretty incredible. Yeah, because I think I've seen I watched like Train Chip's video from like before PP was even out and he was in India. And there's just like the community there for Pokemon Go
Oh.
is huge, right? But I don't know if it's still like that or not, or in your area or not, or what does it look like these days?
Maybe less so in my area specifically, but like in India in general, especially in like the bigger cities like Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore, those places
Hmm.
still have a thriving community, and
Yeah.
yeah, like people have meetups, or like every community day has like community leaders, arranging something for everyone to go to.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got you. Got you.
Oh, I was
Uh,
also curious. Have you played any of the other Pokemon games since you've gotten so into Go?
Yes, yes, I have. Played Pokemon Violet, and
mhm.
my first starter in that game was Sprigatito, and
Nice.
Oh, mine too.
nice. Yeah, I mean, I guess it makes sense for you because you too like
The,
cats, right?
yeah, the cats.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I don't usually pick.
So,
Unfortunately, I like birds more, so I had to go with Quaxley.
Yeah. I don't usually pick the
oh,
grass type. That is fair. Yeah. But,
I see. So yeah, I played Pokemon Violet, and that's the only like video game I played. Although I would you consider Pokemon Showdown a Pokemon game?
Yeah, of
yeah.
course.
Yeah. Definitely.
Sure. So yeah. So that too, I guess.
Yeah.
Did you do mostly like PvP stuff in like Violet as well, and like obviously Showdown stuff, or were you just playing it for like the playthrough and stuff?
So I played through the whole story, and then
Hmm.
like I feel like it is so hard to grind for Pokemon in PG. So
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
those rental codes which you get from other players that have already made a team. I
Hmm.
practiced a bit with those. Like I really like Cybertron, like Aaron Cybertron Zeng's
Hmm.
videos, and
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I watch a little bit of competitive like VG.
Yeah. Oh, gotcha. You probably understand more of it than me. I will say that because
Yeah.
whenever I'm watching, I'm usually like talking to a VG caster. I'm like, what is going on here? But um,
Yeah, I don't understand any of it either. It's exciting to watch, and everybody is so into it, but I'm like, I have
yeah.
no idea what's happening, but this looks amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it definitely does look amazing. Like
Mhm.
someone critical hits or some big thing happens and everyone cheers. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So I'm thinking back to when you started playing PP again. So yeah, it was like that November, December of I think it was December of 2020. Because I was remember when you say Kirim, I remember it distinctly like around like the holidays and stuff, like the
Hmm.
Christmas holidays, that year, which in my mind was probably like peak PvP like GBL time period because a lot of people were playing GBL back then. Like it was like only less than a year in, and like I think that was right around when like GBLA like came out as well too. So a lot of people were playing it too. But you talked about joining discourse and stuff. Did you start playing? I know you played on like factions for Sylph. Did you play any like solo Sylph as well? Because I know you started playing Show 6 eventually, right? Um,
Yeah.
which is interesting because you didn't start like right in 2019 when it first came out, so you joined Sylph like in Show 6 a little bit later down the road.
Yeah, so I'll tell you. Like first, I found out about Zionic. I learned a bit
Hmm.
of PvP, so I just tried to do GBL. But I also
Hmm.
wanted to just do like friendly battles, for which I was looking for people to play with. But like
Hmm.
the Pokemon, like the raiding discords don't really enjoy PvPing that as much. So
Right.
like that's how I found out about Tho Tactical. Like, and he used to like every Friday he used to conduct these like Flash Friday tournaments where he made a meta of his own, or like he took metas from Sylph and
Hmm.
like held a tournament on the Sylph website. And that is how I
Mm.
found out about Sylph. And you know, I didn't even know that there was an Indian PvP community before. And then I slowly came into contact with them, and again, like domino after domino.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Well, I think yeah, I feel like the Indian PvP community grew a lot since then too, right? Like I think I mean there definitely was one maybe early on in PvP days, but definitely a lot during that COVID time period. And then so you played in those tournaments. How did you end up being on Body Slammers in like a faction team? Because that probably came
I mean,
that came
factions didn't start
sometime in
until later.
20 it was 2021 that they
Yeah.
started testing it. I remember because it was that summer, that June in the summers when they did it. They started early factions. I think they did
Hmm.
like a test like in the January, right? So only like a few months after you started
Yeah.
PvP, I guess.
Yeah, I think they had like a pre-season something, or like something to qualify for
Hmm.
when
Like your
like
placement, I think.
yeah, something like that.
Hmm.
And so I knew Rajesh, who was another person from India. I don't think he
Hmm.
plays Go anymore, but he and a bunch of other people were looking for people to yeah, make a team together and
Hmm.
compete in the team format. And yeah, I told them that I'm not so good, but I do enjoy playing. So they were like, yeah, it's fine, just yeah, come join us. And yeah, we started playing since like it was Rajesh, me, Hamad, Aragon,
Hmm.
and Solacion, like, and yeah, his brother, like, yeah, a bunch of us started playing together. And I feel like that team format also like helped me learn more about the game and how things work, because the discussing part and scrimming part was very new to me. Like earlier it was just looking at the teams of six and just playing.
Yeah.
The strategizing
Hmm.
part came with the teams thing.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Um, yeah, I remember we played against you all a couple times, but I think luckily I didn't have to face you in any of those because I
You,
just
you
always played
played
Ultra
Ultra
League.
League, right?
Yeah, I only played
Yeah.
Ultra League too. So, yeah, and then I know that it was maybe like a year or two later. It was about it was 1 year later. It was Vroom Vroom Pow won the solo Sylph, right?
Yes.
For those that don't know what factions is, I know I asked it casually, but it's a grassroots format made from Sylph Arena, which was like the first grassroots for Pokemon Go, and it was a team format. So Beelzeboy was on a team in a North America team, so that's how I first heard of you. I actually didn't realize you're even from India until like I met you at Worlds in 2023. Because I
Oh,
was just like, I just thought you were an NA player actually, because I had no idea, or maybe
oh.
European even. But yeah, so Rumor Pow obviously won Sylph Arena, like the solo Sylph in that third year, I think. No, it was third or fourth year. I can't remember. I think no, it was second and fourth year because the
I
first year there was no
I
world
want to.
champion. Second year was Speedy. Third was Doombug.
Yeah.
Fourth was Vroom. Um, but I feel like that really put like PvP like for India on the map in a way, right? Because I think like everyone always knew that a lot of Indian players are really good, but before that, like Sylph, like it's always been like a North American like world champion, right? So it was probably really cool for India to have room. like win it all that year, right?
Yeah, definitely. Like I remember like it was like 2 3 a.m. for us when he he was playing his final battles versus I
Yeah.
think Rise.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, and his I think his Rune Regus was very good or something like that.
Yeah, he
And
had a Rodriguez and a Malamar that was really
Malamar, yeah, yeah.
strong.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
I definitely have memories of that Malamar.
I do too because I commentated his matches against
Yeah,
Rise.
yeah, and I
oh,
remember
Yeah,
listening to you.
yeah. Yeah. I remember it was pretty late for him because I think we did a quick interview with him
Yeah.
afterward, and he's like 2 3 a.m. But he's like, yeah, I'm gonna get some pizza.
yeah, the pizza thing, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, it was definitely like a a proud moment, I guess, like because I like we were Vroom and I and like a lot of Indians were like all friends and all, and
Hmm.
it was very nice for someone from the community to win win a world championship. At
Yeah.
that time, that was the only world championship, right? So it
Right, right,
was
right.
very nice, yeah.
Yeah.
And definitely like it definitely helped popularize it more in India, I think, at least for those that were already in Go but not playing PvP.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, because not only that, but it was after that that I really started noticing um Indian PvPers as well because it was it that same I think it was that same year, the following year, India's like there are a ton of teams in factions for Worlds that was like really strong from India. Like I think like multiple of the top like Asian teams because I think for APAC in the first early days of factions it was just that one Japanese team like Wenko Wanyo's team whatever that was like really good in APAC.
Yeah.
But then I don't know. I think they just like kind of disbanded or didn't do as well. And then after that, I just remember it was like all the top teams were like pretty much from India, which was kind of crazy. And then did they win factions worlds? I can't remember. Oh no, was that I think it was Elite
Mhm.
TMs, but there were a bunch of Indian teams that did really well at like worlds factions. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember like there being an Elite TMs versus Metal Raptors finals,
Yes.
if I'm
Yes.
not
Mhm.
mistaken. And
Yeah.
yeah, I think Elite TMs won, right? Yeah, so
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, a lot of Indian teams were like playing self, and yeah, I think it like how you said about Broom winning the world championship. I think that
Hmm.
also definitely helped you know in this team format as well.
Right. Right.
Mhm.
Right. Wait, were you still on Body Slammers during that, or did you like leave to join a different team for Worlds? I couldn't remember if because I know some people did definitely did that.
Uh no, I was with Body Slammers. I think I was with the Body Slammers until Body Slammers disbanded. Like I think there
Hmm.
was a break in the team format at some point, and that
Right.
is when
Mhm.
I went to play with like Delhi Damanitams,
Hmm.
which had Vroom Vroom Pow, Master Mihir,
Yeah.
and like HVK, like more like mostly Indian
Hmm.
batters. Yeah.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, because I remember seeing your name on a different team for a bit too, so that would make a lot of
Mhm.
sense. But anyway, so going back to kind of the championship series, obviously when it came out in 2022, you participated in the qualify, right? That year in
Yes. Yes.
2022. Okay, it was like an online qualifier for like all of APAC, right? So it's like it was like it wasn't like the standard regional, but it was like also like our first year like coming out of COVID, so that would
Mhm.
make a lot of sense.
Yeah. It was like all like Indonesia, Hong Kong, Taiwan,
Hmm.
South Korea, everything combined into one
Right.
tournament, and I think it was top 8 or top 16
Hmm.
uh, get invited to Worlds, and I
Yeah.
performed very poorly. Yeah.
I don't think you performed that poorly, but I think maybe just not enough for that top 16 cutoff. Because I think I looked it up once. It was like, I think you got like 25th or something, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
Um,
yeah. Like it was like definitely like 7-3 or 8-3, something like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. 25 is really not that bad too, especially
Yeah, in the grand scheme of things, when you're playing against so many other regions with against so
yeah.
many other talented players, I don't think it's a
True.
bad spot to be.
Yeah. I don't know
Yeah.
if we have that data. No, unfortunately, I don't think we
I don't
do.
think it's on
But
Dracoviz, so.
it is on Dracoviz in the sense that your who you face is on Dracoviz, but I don't know
Mm.
what else. Yeah, you beat out of all the people I see here, you beat Kimi Sui, which I don't. Oh, and you beat Chen Yu, but I don't remember I don't recognize any of the other names. But you lost to
Yeah,
BP and Cuts. Yeah.
like at that point, even I wasn't aware of a lot of the other Asian players, like Asian players outside of India, like Fine Panic, Chen Yu, Kimi Sui.
Hmm.
I knew, like Kimi Sui
Okay.
was very. I think Kimi Sui was very famous even then. So yeah,
Oh,
like
was he? I didn't recognize him back then, but
oh,
yeah. But maybe
and then and then yeah, he won the won the regional in NA, I think.
yep.
Yeah.
Yes. He got yeah, because that second year he got first and second, um, which is in his only two tournaments at NA, which was
Wow.
pretty impressive. Yeah. I think I remember back when Worlds for Yokohama, I thought I put him in like one of the people to win it all actually because I was like that's a pretty crazy performance, but I mean obviously Worlds is a different story. Um, but okay, so you definitely you played in that one too, which obviously uh a lot of people playing in it, right? So top 16 out that one. So getting 25th there. And then in 2023, you also played in the India qualifier, right? That year?
Yes.
Because that data is not on, but I think it was just because you were in just in the qualifier round. But how many people were in that tournament? Because I feel like that was back when India only had just one tournament the entire year, right? Or like there's like
Mhm.
a Swiss stage and then like a playoffs, right?
So I remember like there being like 250 plus like players that
Hmm.
competed in that, both for 2023 and 24. I think the number of players for 25 was slightly less than before, but yeah, like the in 2023, I think Harish won and Scarlet Wiz came second, and it was only top two that qualify for Worlds.
Mm, yeah.
And yeah, like for so that year I didn't do so well, and the people that came first and second, I think they couldn't go because they were like in high school.
Hmm.
Yeah, so yeah, that year happened, and then yeah, then 24, I think it was changed from top 2 to top 4
Yeah.
that qualify.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember I think I made a YouTube video on the India qualifier that year because I like kind of shoutcasted Harish and Scarlet was this battles on my YouTube channel. But then yeah, neither of them showed up, right? And so
Yeah.
but you still end up going to Worlds that year. Like what
Yeah.
and you said well, that was your first time out of India too, right? So like what inspired you you like hey this is Worlds I gotta go right at this point because you didn't go to London right so this was your first time.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, like there were multiple reasons that
Hmm.
fell in, like that led to me going to Japan. Like, so
Hmm.
one was, Japan. So, and like Japan is a very cool place. So I think that is one reason that speaks for itself. The other one was, like, Japan is closer than any other place that could potentially have worlds, right? It's closer than NA and EU. So I thought, if I ever get to go to Worlds, this might be my only chance. So that was one reason. And the third
Hmm.
was my teammate from Body Slammers, Trent.
Hmm.
He told me to come, like just he told me to like come stay with him, and it would be a really fun time because when else am I going to be able to meet all of like so much of the community?
Right.
So I was like, I was still on the fence because I had never met anybody like that plays Go outside of India in person before. So
Hmm.
yeah, I was still like still slightly apprehensive about it at the start, but once I got there, I met everyone, and it was very nice. And I met you also.
Yep, yep. I remember that very distinct interaction. Yeah, because I remember Trent was right next to you right after we met.
Yeah,
But yeah, I don't know if I walked by you before that, but I do remember our first interaction, at least that I remember, was right after Worlds was over and we're in like the lobby area.
yeah.
And came up to me. He was like, I was like, "Oh, you think you could make money with my name on your merch?" I was like, "What?" I was like, "Who is this?" I did do some detective work, so it's very unlikely you are Squirrel Trapper. Although Squirrel Trapper started commenting again right after you won Worlds, actually, which was crazy. So
Oh,
he's back. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
is
Maybe
he
you know
still
something about it.
around?
Well, he wasn't for like over a year, and then
Yeah.
he after you won Worlds, that very episode he started commenting again out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It was really weird, but
Because he had never made a comment on any of the episodes, like once I joined as a
yeah,
co-host, like
which was
ever.
over a year ago. Yeah,
Yeah.
so and then he's back now for some reason.
Oh
But
wow.
I did look at his YouTube channel, and his first video he ever made was like 19 years ago.
No,
So the
Caleb,
chances that it's you is
that,
unlikely.
we don't need to
Yeah,
go down
I
that weird rabbit hole.
19 years ago. Wow.
19, yeah, yeah. It has over a million views too, which is crazy. But uh, people can watch it if they like in their free time. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, you came up to me too. Wait, so you were you there just for Worlds, or did you come for like because they had like Osaka Go Fest that year, like the weekend before? So you like did you stay like extra time before or after Worlds?
So I wanted to play the Osaka Go Fest, but like they had those tickets which were limited, I think, and
Hmm.
I missed out on those.
Oh,
So
gotcha,
like
gotcha.
I started like I joined Trent and Emily
Hmm.
like right after the Osaka Go Fest was over.
Gotcha, gotcha. Nice. Um, but yeah, so how was it just like watching Worlds and stuff too? Obviously it's fun to like meet people and stuff, right? But like you gotta kind of see it firsthand. And it's your first like, in person like Pokemon Go PvP events, right?
Yeah, it was my first like yeah Pokemon Go event. Like it was
Hmm.
my first Pokemon Go event. Like I hadn't even
Right,
been
right.
to like any Indian event before.
Oh, okay. Gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah, it was so nice, and it was so nice to meet all these people, and that you look at on the screen
Hmm.
like
Hmm.
it is very like how do you put it, like it's almost like meeting people as a fan, because
Uh-huh.
like for example uh, if you watch any regional like and if you like someone's plays and all, like how they play the game, then you definitely like try to play more like them or like learn from them, and then it becomes like you turn into a fan basically. So yeah, it was
Hmm.
very nice to see all these people in person. I also met Aaron Zeng at
Hmm.
Worlds, and which was also a very fun moment for me because yeah, he's
Yeah,
also
you're
good.
saying how you're watching his videos a lot too, right? When you're playing
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
PvP
Hmm.
and stuff. So that's really cool.
I met him randomly at a jump store,
Uh-huh.
like
Oh, okay.
the yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah, he was very nice as always, and
Yeah.
that was very fun. Then I think that was the year that Scarlet Violet came out, or like that was the first like Scarlet Violet. What do you call it?
Hmm.
Worlds, yeah. Hmm.
World Store, yeah, World. So
Hmm.
so they had all the like Koraidon and Miraidon statues everywhere and stuff like
Yes.
that, and
Hmm.
those graffiti in the. I think there was a mall that led up to the venue. So
Hmm.
that mall was also all like decorated with the new Pokemon, which was
Yeah.
very nice. So yeah, it
Yeah.
was all in all a very fun experience.
Yeah, Japan does it like so well too. Like their entire city turns into like Pokemon. I mean, I'm sure
Yes.
some of it is already like that, but like yeah, like you said, like you for people that weren't there, you like would the mall right next to the venue that you walk through would have like Pokemon everything. Giant Pikachu in the like the main like hang from the ceiling of all the floors, and then like Beelzeboy said, there's like Pokemon, like giant life size like Pokemon cards, right? Like
Oh
standing up and
yeah, yeah, yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had all these TVs in the mall, and the TVs would be broadcasting like Worlds, like highlights and stuff. It was kind of nuts. And I think like when Worlds is going on, it's like live of like Worlds too, which is really really
Yeah.
cool. Um, but
So
yeah.
even though, well, I wanted to ask, even though you weren't competing like that year, and even though the qualification process for players from India is very different from other regions, like after going to Worlds, was that when you kind of decided like I want to come here as a competitor?
Yes, yes, I agree. Yeah, definitely. That was definitely one feeling that, uh, like being there. Like I think that I guess inspired me to do better.
Mhm.
And yeah, I really wanted to compete there when where I saw all these like great players play, and I
Yeah.
wanted to be one of them. So yeah, I tried. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, that following year, you sure definitely started off pretty hot too. So you won the entire India qualifier. I know you're undefeated in the playoffs. What was but there was Swiss, right? So it was like 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so what how it happened was there was a qualifier
Hmm.
stage and a playoff stage. For the qualifier stage, what happened was like you were divided into two groups where
Hmm.
the top eight from each group would qualify to the playoffs. So
Right.
playoffs was top 16. So I won my qualifiers,
Hmm.
and then I won the playoffs.
Oh, so you didn't even lose any best of three.
No.
Oh, okay. That's really impressive. Yeah. And so I was curious about the qualifier too because I remember that year when we were looking at the teams. You just pick like one of the two, right? Like whichever one you're free for. Is that how it went, or did they sort you?
Um, I think I think for 2024 it was that you could choose,
Hmm. Okay.
and for 25 it was uh like they get to decide the
Okay.
division.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I remember in 24, I remember looking at the two qualifiers and like one looked a lot stronger than the other because like you could tell from the top like eight like what people were using. I was like they look like almost like slightly different metas. I was like, wait,
Yeah,
what is it's only a week apart, but I was just
Pangoro.
curious if like yeah Pangor yeah. I remember I was wondering like if like top players in India were like trying to like avoid each other, like, oh, I know like Beelzeboy's going this week, I'm going to go the other week or something, right? Or if it's just like people didn't know how it's going to go, they just sign up for whatever they're free for.
For 24, I don't know what everyone was thinking. I think it
Hmm.
was also about like convenience and all for uh like who like I think like convenience as in like one is just their availability, and the other one was more like if I want to get this over with as early as possible,
Hmm.
or I want to take some like see how the first one goes and uh play in the second one. I think I played in the first one for 24.
Right.
So yeah, I just wanted to do like get it over with first, because then like the anticipation builds up, so it's better to just do the battles as soon as possible.
Yeah, definitely. So you won it, which is huge, and then you got the I think you got travel war with that too, right? And
Yes.
um you were I think you're still the only one though from India to play at Worlds that year. Or were the other ones like similar like situations like they're too young or like visa issues essentially is why they couldn't make it?
Yeah, like yeah, just the visa issues, and like a lot of them were students,
Hmm.
like not working.
Mhm.
So like just the like the travel expenses and all, like I even like for me like having a travel award definitely was very very helpful. So I had just like I was like in my second year of work, so yeah, that
Hmm.
like the travel award was definitely helpful. And I think for the others, like just the visa issues and them being students still, that
Hmm.
was probably why they didn't weren't able to come.
Gotcha. Well, it was pretty cool though to see you at Worlds last year. Because um and we had like only met briefly the year before, but you were the only player from the India qualifier that to play at Worlds, right? So that's it was pretty big, and then you end up getting fourth place, which is really really wild, and maybe could even got more too. But I know it was a long day for you, because that second day, I think like once you lost, you had like wait in the losers bracket for a while, right, to play again, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, what was that? What was Hawaii's world experience like as a player? Obviously things have changed a lot since the year before.
Yeah, Hawaii was also awesome. Like Hawaii was a very nice city to be in,
Hmm.
and again, like it first time competing, like first in person tournament, and again meeting everyone and meeting more new people. For example, I met, I think, Emmy Weedle and
Hmm.
you again, and Trent and all. I met It Saxon. I also met Patoman. So yeah, lots of like
Hmm.
inadequates, like so many people, and
Right, right, right.
yeah, it was definitely. I was not at all expecting to get fourth place. I wasn't expecting to do particularly well either. I just was very happy just to be there and play.
Yeah, you played a lot of a lot of your games went to game 3 too. But there was yeah, outside of your two losses and you had a 2-0 against out of pocket, but pretty much everything else went to game 3. I'm curious if you know how many total games do you think you played in Hawaii? If you could like just make a wild guess. Cuz I have it in front of me, but I'm curious if you know exactly how many.
I
Caleb,
have
we said there
no
wouldn't be
clue.
any pressure.
Yeah, really, I have no clue. I 10 sets maybe. I don't know.
10 sets?
Yeah, like
So
I
Yeah.
I have no clue.
No, no, no. You're absolutely right. It actually was 10. Yeah. So you won
Oh wow.
against 8. Yeah, and then you lost against 2. You played 27 games in total. So
Oh wow.
quite a bit too. Yeah. But yeah, you faced off against. Yeah, I'm looking at the list of names. So I didn't realize you beat BJ as well too. I'm sure he was feeling great about that one.
Yeah,
But
yeah, I faced him in the second round of the day, I think.
yeah. Were you already friends with him too? BJ, for those that don't know, is he won the Thailand qualifier in back to back years. When he went to Worlds, right?
Yeah. He won the Thailand qualifier. I
Hmm.
met him first in Japan.
Oh, okay,
So
gotcha.
yeah, we were already friends. Like we were
Hmm.
talking to each other on Discord and all. So yeah, we were both friends, and yeah, it was APAC versus APAC, so in that round.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, he said that like this year when I won, like he said, yeah, now I can say that I lost to the world champion, so it's fine.
That's pretty nice. And obviously, like you still did really well last year too, and you got that all qualification again. But what was what was it like for I guess India when you performed and got that top 4? Because it was the first time we had someone from India represent right at Worlds, and then to also play so high, I feel like it was probably pretty hype for people in India. And I don't know what time it was it must have been pretty late, I feel like, for India, right? It was like nighttime pretty much, right? Like in middle of the night whenever you were on stream, I would guess.
Yeah, a lot of it was uh, because the games went on till like afternoon for us. It was like, I don't know, 2 3 a.m. for them.
Hmm.
So yeah, like, but still, like some of my like friends, like for example the people from Delhi Damanitams, like for example Mihir, and
Hmm.
also like my family who don't even like fully still understand how the game works. They
Yeah.
still like stayed up to watch my games. And yeah, so it was really nice. And coming back home, I so since this is like I was the only one who went, like this
Hmm.
was how do I say, like it was slightly new for all of us.
Hmm.
So yeah, everyone was happy that I just went, and they were glad that I came forth. But more important was that someone from India went.
Yeah,
hmm
definitely. Um, I know you said it's like, it was like afternoon in Hawaii and it was like 2, 3 a.m. for them, but it was also 2 or 3 a.m. for you, right? Because I assume you're probably still jet lagged. Like, I can't imagine, were you like, I would have been like falling asleep maybe like while waiting for matches, but I don't know how jet lagged you were by the time you got to Hawaii and you're playing your battles.
I I I'm not sure if I was jet lagged because uh like the flight is so long that
Hmm.
like the flight to uh like the Hawaii air like the Honolulu airport, like it was so
Hmm.
long that I feel like you lose all sense of time in inside
Yeah.
inside the flight.
Yeah.
So that is one reason. So that and once you're there, you try to not sleep during the day, and even if you're so very tired, and go to
Right.
bed at night. So I think that definitely helped for doing that on the first day.
Hmm.
Um so yeah, I was like maybe I was tired by the end of the day, but by the like later half of my battles, like later half of the tournament. But I think I wouldn't call myself jet lagged, at least
Yeah.
for the second day.
Okay. Okay. That's good. Um, Yeah, but anyway, still really really great performance too. And so did your family know much about like you even playing Pokemon Go PP? Because I assume they knew that you went to Japan the year before for Pokemon, right? So now they're
Oh
like,
yeah.
oh, like he's actually pretty good at the game, and you could like win some money and everything. So it's actually kind of like legitimate, right? I feel like because that's how I tell my parents that don't like Asian parents that don't understand like what's going on. Like, oh, but like there's actually something to this, right? Like you can actually win money, you can actually do stuff, right?
Yeah, I think like once you if you tell someone that you play a game, it does not
Uh-huh.
carry much weight. But if you say that you can earn money with it, it suddenly
Uh-huh.
becomes, oh, okay, so there's something good here. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah,
So
That's
yeah,
just a universal truth.
yeah. That's
yeah,
true too.
yeah. But yeah, my parents knew like that I played Pokemon Go
Hmm.
since 2016. Like
Yeah.
they knew I played. Sometimes they've always not be like, they've never been like, you shouldn't play the game, or like you should focus on your work, and stuff like that. They've been like supportive that way. Although
Hmm.
they used to definitely like call me out for ask, like if for example we are in the car together, like when I was 16 or so, I used to ask them to, could you take a left here? I need to catch something. And yeah, they used to be like, they get slightly annoyed by my requests. So yeah, I guess that paid off. They say that it's
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, it's when you said that too, it just made me think like how long this game's been out because you're saying when you're like 16, right? It's like we're approaching like
Yeah,
10 years at this point, and like for you, it's like almost half of your life that you've been playing Pokemon Go, which is also for your parents probably like half of your life they were watching grow
yeah,
up, right? Playing this game, so that's actually kind of crazy. Does anyone else in your family play the game, or is it just you?
just me.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, gotcha.
I've never been able to like get anyone else to play.
Well, I don't know. Maybe after this year Worlds, maybe some people consider. But so obviously, fast forward a year later, you still play in the India qualifier just to like play, right? Because you don't get to play really in a lot of official tournaments. But since you already had that all qualification, you're just you obviously didn't have to worry about all that. But I figured you were still quite a threat because like Masumi here brought a Bastion onto his team just for your card bank, right? So um, seemed like he was still quite concerned about potentially facing you, even though I don't think he faced you right in the playoff rounds.
Um, yeah. So like for the qualifiers, we faced each other, but
Hmm.
for the playoffs, I got knocked out pretty early, so we didn't
Hmm.
face each other.
Gotcha, gotcha. Um, but either way, for you, like you're probably just playing it for fun, right? Because you already have that qualification, so you're going
I
to
So
the
yeah,
worlds
I
anyway,
was.
right?
I mean, I was playing just for fun, but also like I was also playing for like the travel award if I got one,
Mm,
because the
yeah.
top. I think only the top one gets the travel award for
Oh, okay.
like from Worlds.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was definitely playing for that. And yeah, Mihir, like, so Mihir and I like mostly team build together.
Hmm.
So yeah, we stayed up till like, I don't know, 2 3 a.m. the night before the team deadline to, just come up with a good team. And I decided on carving, and he was like, his team was kind of weak to carving, and he was
Hmm.
like, I could run Bastiodon, because it's
Yeah.
very good bench pressure at least.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, he definitely made Bastiodon work very well.
Yeah. Definitely. And the only person to make it work well when it's nerfed too. Like this is not even like peak
Yeah,
Bastion, which is kind of wild. Um, but so obviously you. Oh yeah, because remember, I remember now. You were saying that you and Massimo here were teammates too, and on Darmantan, so that makes a lot of
Mm-hmm.
sense. And of course you came to Worlds again this year, and it was just you and Massimo here from the India region. I believe this time around too, because similar like probably visa issues and travel issues, I guess, for the other qualifiers, if I were to guess. That's correct, right, for this year.
yeah.
Yeah. Um, but anyway, obviously, I don't know what were you kind of hoping to get coming into Worlds? Because obviously, everyone would love to win it, right? But like, were you hoping for like, hey, I want to just get like maybe at least a top four again, or kind of what was your mindset coming into Worlds this year, having it being your second time?
um I was mostly like thinking that I just don't want to lose on like misplays. Like
Uh
if
huh.
I get like hard RPS, hard call every game, that is fine. But like last year my like final game versus Inadequance, I
Yeah.
misplayed very hard.
Yeah.
He really like played out of his mind to beat me in that game,
Hmm.
even though like team comp wise he had the advantage. I still called his lines well, but
Hmm.
still in the end he outplayed me very hard, so he won that. And at this year I was just hoping that whatever my placement is, I want to like play well, like
Right.
the actual battles. And that
Hmm.
is all I went in with, like about not I was not like so uh, decided on that I need like top, maybe day two or something like that. I just
Hmm.
want to play well.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely.
How long did you spend kind of thinking about your team and building that team that you ended up bringing?
So the team that I ended up running, like I had like come up with a team uh, a few weeks, like about a month before Worlds, but I was still not sure if I would run that team because um, like I still like had a few changes. Like I was sure that I wanted to run Lapras and Moltres because I thought both like I think Lapras was uh, like the best Pokemon of last season, because
Hmm.
regardless of what the opponent has, Lapras always had play. Like it even in its worst matchups, like I think like for example versus the fighters, or I don't know, versus Steelix or even Dedenne. Like
Yeah. They all have the shields, like the zeros, I think.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like it can always do something versus everything. So definitely wanted to run that. And then came up with like got a Moltres on my daily adventure incense. And then there was the golden bottle cap event which happened
Hmm.
for like Go Fest. So I wanted to run those two. And yeah, slowly I came up with a team and practiced with it. But there was one other team that I wanted to run which had Corsola and Primate,
Hmm.
because I thought Corso and Primate were also really good. So I was like, like vacillating between these two teams until the night before the team submission, like on Thursday night. And
Yeah.
yeah, like around like I don't know 1 a.m. or something, I finally entered the whole team and went to sleep.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I'm glad it worked out too, really well for you guys. And you won a lot more. You had a lot more 2-0s this year compared to last year too. So
Oh,
not nearly as many
You gonna
matches.
quiz him again?
Yeah, actually, I will. Might as well. How many matches do you think you played this time around, and maybe total games? Grand finals,
Um,
obviously. So you don't have to count the games first. Let's just count the series. How many series did you play, right? And I guess including the bracket reset against Potomon.
I'll say maybe 9 or 8.
It was actually 10 again. It was the same
Oh,
it
oh.
was the same amount. Yeah, yeah. But you had obviously a lot more on the winner side. Um, what would you guess the game, like how many total games you played? I guess
You said last time was 27.
yes, 27. Yeah. This time you
I'll
have
guess
four best of fives, so it's a little bit
two.
different. Yeah.
Oh yeah, winners finals, losers finals, and then reset.
Grand finals, yeah.
Like
You
grand
played the
finals
most
and
amount of
reset.
best of fives. Yeah, anyone could play. Yeah. Yeah. You played
Maybe
every
maybe
best five you could play.
yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe 35, 32.
You play. Oh, that's pretty close. 31. Yeah, 31 total
Oh,
games. Yeah,
nice.
so 70% win rate on the games, which you know, Chalke would say is not very good according to his own record. but
Yeah.
but no, it's very impressive. Very impressive. Yeah, you faced like a whole ton of players too, which was quite wild. But yeah, I mean, Worlds this year, so obviously things end up being pretty good. I remember too, and on the first day, every time you're on stream, it was like you like didn't win a single lead. Like you always lost like every lead and stuff, but you're still able to come away with like wins in most of your matches too. But what was it like kind of after day one and like going into day two and everything too, right? You're thinking like, hey, like can I do it again? Can I get that top four? Where you just like, oh, let's just like take it like one day at a time, right? Because anything can happen.
Yeah, like it was more of the take it one day at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Because like so I won day one, like I was in the winners finals of my group
Mm-hmm.
versus Arrow.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I spent the rest of the day like not worrying what much about the rest of the matches. I like the only match up I scrimmed for was versus Arrow.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I yeah, just taking one like battle at a time, not worrying so much about the next ones.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. I guess yeah, because Arrow, you played Arrow, then Ice Kristen, Hard Jeff, and then you were in the winners final. So you actually didn't have to play too many opponents afterward because you just kept winning it all. But obviously Powerbomb took you out in the winners finals, but you had to wait a really long time, right, to
Mhm.
play Hard Jeff. But you were able to win that too. But kind of what was your what were the thoughts going on in your head too when you're in that position? Because well, you already got at least a top three, right? But you had a chance to make it even further and make it into like championship Sunday.
Yeah, like so after I uh, uh, played Harjev in our first set. So because I
Mhm.
played him twice, once in the
Right.
semi-finals and then in the losers
Right.
finals.
Hmm.
So once I like won that match, I was like slightly content. Like this is fine. Like if I lose now, it's fine. But
Hmm.
but then after that, I also felt like I shouldn't just give up now
Hmm.
because I am happy with my placement. I
Yeah.
should at least practice. I guess
Hmm.
think more about my next matchup rather than just daydreaming about what happens next. So I yeah, so it was a long time between facing Harjev the first time and then
Hmm.
facing Patuman. Like it was almost like 5.5 hours.
Oh my god,
Oh
this
So
is
my
so long.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it was nice. I like roamed around the place, just eating like
Hmm.
fruits and stuff, and
Right. Right. Just relax a little bit.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah.
I think.
So yeah, yeah.
Oh no, go ahead. Go ahead. What were you gonna say? Yeah.
No, no, I was just gonna say that it was after like top three was like I was like it was a tiring day, but like it I was I was very content. But after I lost to Patoman, like I was, I need to like stop thinking about all of this and just focus on the match.
Yeah, yeah. I remember right. I was right before you faced Panama. I think I saw you backstage, and I was like, good luck. And I was like, I don't know if it hit you yet, but you got already at least a top three at Worlds again, which is like I
Yeah,
don't think you like even process. You're like, wait, what? Like I've like who else do I have to play, right? But yeah,
Mhm.
that's got to be quite the feeling too. And then of course you end up beating Hard Jeff 3-1, and that was the final match of the day. And I remember because we were all in the venue till like 9 p.m. or something like that. It was a long day. Um, but yeah, I don't think I saw you at like a social afterwards, which was probably for the best, right? Because you're probably doing a lot of preparation for a Potamon. But what was I assume I think Master here was telling me that you all were doing a lot of prep the night before that final day.
So like Master Mihir
Hmm.
and Abhinav, like I scrimmed with them for and I discussed and scrimmed with them, and also like discussed with like BJ and existing monkey, or like
Hmm.
Brandon.
Yeah.
Brandon was also my like body slammers teammate. So yeah, I discussed with
Oh
them,
right,
and also
yeah.
with
Mhm.
Hmm.
Neo the Taudian.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Gotcha, gotcha.
so just like screaming with them what I because in my first matchup versus Fatoman, like he like definitely outplayed me, because my Moltres, like Galarian Moltres, was good versus him, and
Mhm.
I didn't utilize that advantage like fully.
Mhm.
Even though like Patoman actually like won versus Galar Moltres previously, I
Mhm.
think Maxi was also running it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So he also probably had a plan, and his plan was better than mine. So we
Yeah.
had we had to come he, we had to come up with a newer plan. So yeah, discussing like with them helped a lot, and just a good night's rest.
Yeah, he also faced Andres, who also had Glaring Moltres. He went 2-1 against Andres and then 2-0 against Maxi, but neither of them either had the Lapras either too, right? I think your like
Mhm.
usage of like Lapras ammo, because you're talking about how safe Lapras was, and it was
Yeah,
definitely very safe into his team too. I don't think he didn't really have any true answers to Lapras. Glycopod a little bit, but that's even then that's not that bad, right? And he
I
couldn't
think
bring it very often.
yeah, like I think the his best answer was Fortress, just because it is a very reliable. Like you don't have
Mhm.
to bait versus, like you can just go straight Rock Tomb and win all events versus
Right, right.
Lapras, just
Hmm.
because once you debuff them, the second Sparkling Aria doesn't KO you.
Hmm.
So
Mm.
Yeah.
yeah,
But I think yeah, you dance around the fortress pretty well. I think I do remember I think him bringing it a little bit more, but he didn't bring as much in the grand finals because I think one game he brought it, he just like had your annihilate on it too, which was pretty tough for him. But yeah, tell us about kind of what it even felt like to play on the stage, because you're the first person, you and Potamon, the first two people to play on like in an arena, right? And I don't know if you could hear like people were like, oh, can they hear anything? I was like, I think it's pretty soundproof, but then again, it is so loud in that arena, and then you have like the
Mhm.
floors light up and everything too. But what was that whole experience like?
it was, yeah, very hype. Like even though we had those white noise headphones, I could, every time one of us won a match,
Hmm.
I could hear the like the crowd lighting up, and also like the stage going off with the with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
with those smoke things.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
yeah, it was like very exciting to like even to enter the arena. It was like from the backstage,
Hmm.
like to sit
Kind of
for
like
our
walk out.
matches.
Yeah.
Even that was so hype.
Hmm. Yeah, definitely.
And yeah,
I think after you won and you were being interviewed by Jim, I think that your line of just "I am Beelzeboy" is probably one of the most iconic things ever said on the stage. Did you have any concept of like, you know, how you were going to answer these questions, or did it just come to you in the moment?
so yeah, I'm a very like not talkative person in general. So I did firstly, I did not think at all about what I was gonna say, because I knew that if even if I think about something to say, uh, one, it is not very likely that I win, and two, like I'll be so nervous that I will probably like say something else in the end anyway. So yeah, I just, like he said, who, what do you want to say to everyone? Like, who are you? I think something along the lines, he asked that, and
Mm-hmm.
the best thing that I could come up with was, yeah, I am Beelzeboy.
No, I love it. That's great. Um, Obviously, what a huge celebration as well too. What was going on through your head going into that final game? Because I know like it was looking very good for you, right? Like throughout the series, but then Padma made like a crazy catch in that fourth game, and then tied it up. So
Yeah.
even though like you're playing well, it's like one mistake here, or like one slight bad team read in that final game, and we probably wouldn't be interviewing you right now. So but kind of what was your thought going into that final game?
So like when after like Pato won the one game four,
Hmm.
I was just like, looking at the team, like the previous teams and all my notes, and D John, who was the one of the two judges, he said, you have 2 minutes for game five, and I was like, wait, what? Is it already game five? I was thinking for some, I was for some reason thinking that we were 1-1 in our
Hmm.
like reset set,
Yeah.
and he said it's game five, and I was like slightly like surprised.
Hmm.
So I was like, okay, fine. Now I looked back at the teams and I counted, okay, game one, game two, game three, and then I realized, yeah, it's game five. So yeah, then I was like, if it's game five, I'll play with my like safe team, which was like Lapras, Moltres, Steelix,
Hmm.
and Pato Van also played with like his best line, which was Corsola, Lapras, Cradily,
Hmm.
because I think he won with that line in game four as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we both played, and I think the game five was very similar to one of the previous games,
Hmm.
where
It
like
was, yeah.
I like did a few side waves on Lapras, and then swapped to Moltres, and
Hmm.
it played out very similarly. But I think the difference was that I saved the Moltres in game five, which
Yep.
with which I was able to brave bird his Lapras.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you played it differently, which because I remember when you played it the first time around, you played that same line, or like it was like a similar setup. You did end up losing because you like I think like the Corsa take you out with a power gem. So this time, like saving the Moltres was pretty big,
Mm-hmm.
for that matchup. And then of course you had the back to back sparkling Aria, but so he had a choice, right? Because he could have brought in Credilli to catch a move, or he just brings in the Corsa, but um what was your thought process? Was your thought process like even if it's the Credilli, you take it out with the ice beam and then you could survive the power gem to get to another ice beam against Corsola, or were you like, I'm just gonna go for it because I think he's going to just bring in the power gem and try to throw on charge like priority instead of because if you wait there then you get hit by a power gem, right?
Yeah. So like once I KO'd the Lapras, I was like very like attentively looking at the top right for
Mm-hmm.
what he comes in. I saw
Mm-hmm.
that he comes in Corsola, and like I threw the ice beam right away because I knew that it was in ice beam range,
Mm-hmm.
and if I throw right away, then I don't take any acid damage.
Right.
Like I was pretty sure that if even if he catches,
Mm-hmm.
then I don't take any acid damage, and I can still get to another sparkling area on the Corsola.
Mm-hmm.
And if he doesn't catch, then I don't let him get to like don't let him throw the power gem.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So yeah, because I was very sure that if I don't take any acid damage, like extra acid damage, then I will definitely get to a move
Mm-hmm.
on the Corsola, even with the power gem.
Yeah, it was definitely a really smart play too to go for the ice beam because I don't think the Corso was even
Mm-hmm.
in range, right, of the sparkling Aria. So
Yeah, yeah.
even so, for those that don't know, I assume it's less energy efficient, but it does do slightly more damage, and that I think that was exactly the amount of damage needed. You kind of almost looked a little bit in disbelief once you took out the course, like, were you like, oh, maybe there's a chance this doesn't take it out, right? I get hit by the power gem, but once you took it out, you're like, oh, I'm the world champion now.
Yeah, I was slightly logged in, but like once the Corsola was gone, like I was you suddenly like it hit me that I had
Yeah.
won the thing. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. No, that was it was in my mind it was probably the most exciting grand finals for Worlds. I know uh Rob and Dancing Rob and Golden Hada, they went to like
Hold
10
on.
games, I guess. Yeah, in that first year. That was also really exciting too, I guess. So maybe you can make an argument that was a more exciting grand finals, but like at least for the past 2 years, like there were just 3 1s on the winner side, no bracket reset, no nothing, right? So I honestly was just like, I just hope there's at least a bracket reset, right? And then once you got the bracket reset, I was like, and then it just went back and forth. I was like, it wasn't like I was rooting against you, but the moment that it was about to go for a game 5, I was like, oh, this is like peak hype, like it doesn't get better than
Yeah.
this. Not that
Well,
like if you
and
won the fourth game, it would have been like not as cool, but I think it would have been less hype than the game 5 victory for sure.
And I do think the factor that pushes it over the edge is, like Caleb already mentioned, you were the first to play in an actual arena.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yep.
I know that you haven't played the Pokemon games like growing up, but I did. And let me tell you, that is what I imagined when I was playing on my DS, like,
Oh wow.
and my Game Boy as a kid. That's what I imagined it should always feel like. So you kind of brought that to life for a lot of people. And I think that that sort of ups the excitement that everybody had in that moment as well.
So do you mean like when at the end you play the champion after beating the
Yeah.
Elite Four or something like that?
Yes. Yes,
Oh yeah,
exactly.
yeah. Like it was very exciting, and I feel like you and Butters I hybrid up. So like I watched back the games and like listened to the commentary. Like you guys hybrid up so well. Like
Hmm.
even though it was a very nice set of battles, and it
Hmm.
was definitely fun to play just those battles, and I hope to watch, but also like to listen to the commentary alongside just makes it even much better.
Yeah, yeah. It was a lot of people have said that too, and I appreciate all the compliments on behalf of Butters as well. But I think also part of it is because the battles are so good too, it's like easy to be hype, right? Because
Yeah.
like even going into like we didn't really know who was going to win Worlds until like the final seconds of the game, right? It wasn't like you just like RPS them, like it was so obvious, right? Like it was so like the battles are so close
Hmm.
all the way throughout, and it just made it super super fun to commentate. So again, I'm sure you would have liked 2 3-0s against Potamon, but I think this was definitely the best from a viewer and a caster perspective and storyline perspective. So
Yeah.
pretty crazy stuff. But yeah, and then you're the world champion, the newest one, and the only one from India. And I heard that you're also the first ever esports world champion of all of India. Is that correct?
Yeah, that is correct.
Yeah.
I didn't know that this would be a thing either. Like I found out later that I'm like the first esports champion of India. Like
Hmm.
I'm the first like standalone esports player that won like for a standalone player who won an esports event, like a
Hmm.
worldwide esports event.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was also very nice to find out about.
Yeah.
Was there like a big reaction when you got home to India from people, not even just like Pokemon Go, but from other people as well, or
Yeah, like like people started making reels and stuff about this that
I've seen
but
some
became
on
slightly.
YouTube.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like very unexpected, and then like I got messages from like old school friends whom I haven't talked to at all in a very long time, and
Yeah.
from like my coworkers.
Mhm.
They found out. I was like, how did you guys find out about this? Because they're all
You
like
you're
in their
like, I
30s.
wasn't
Like
gonna tell you guys,
Yeah.
but here we are.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
like
crazy.
it was very nice to receive the love from all so many people.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty. I was curious too, right? Like what the reception was, or like if there was like any like local news station or like government attention on this or not. I know like it's India's like a very big country, right? I know like Dancing Rob, the town he's in is like super small, so like he had like a whole newspaper feature on him because there's like not a lot of people in this town, I guess. And he like talked to the mayor, but I don't know what
Oh
it was
wow.
like in India. For because I feel like you should deserve something, right? As the first esports world champion for the whole country.
Yeah, like I didn't get to talk to the mayor. I don't know
Okay,
if he
yeah.
knows. I don't know if he knows, but
Yeah.
like I think like India is a very it's like the kind of country that celebrates like everyone's wins, because like
Mhm.
whenever like whatever happens, like everyone is down to just celebrate, just
Yeah.
celebrate. So yeah, that feeling is very present. So which shows up in like these reels and stuff like that. So I was
Mhm.
like definitely pleasantly very surprised that so many people are glad to join in the cheer.
Yeah, definitely. I see a lot of the comments too on YouTube videos featuring you, and they're like, really proud
Mhm.
to see you represent their country and region. So, really cool stuff. And so after this Worlds, you are for sure the highest like average performing Worlds player that's gone to like two or more Worlds, right? Because it used to be Martin Galde, but obviously his year this year wasn't as good. But even if you factor in his last year's performance, just his like first two worlds, like London and Hawaii, like your average placement was is still higher too. So very high consistency. What's obviously it'd be great to win worlds again too, but like what's kind of the mindset going to next year for San Francisco? Because I assume you'll be there, right? I assume yeah,
Yeah,
after
that is
qualifying
the
again.
plan. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um.
But well, yeah. What are you hoping for future? Do you want to be our first repeat world champion? Because that would be a historic first for sure.
Honestly, like I have no idea what
Oh,
I will be thinking about when it actually happens, because there's
Hmm.
still a long time to um a long time for next worlds to happen.
Hmm.
But at least for now, I just I hope to bring. Oh, am I audible?
Oh no, no, you're still good on my end. I think it's just Kaz can't hear as well. Yeah. But
Oh,
we can
okay.
keep going. Yeah. A small technical
uh,
difficulty.
yeah, so I just at least for now, I just hope to be able to represent like India, or like represent all these people here more often than just at the world stage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Definitely.
I mean regionals and stuff, like international championships and stuff.
Uh, okay, yeah. So are you thinking about going to any tournaments outside the qualifier this upcoming year? Because I know in past years you've only participated in the India qualifier, right? But I mean, and you have nothing
Yes.
really to qualify for at this point because you're already qualified. But hey, you could still like win an international, right? Win a regional even in a TPCI region.
Yeah, exactly. Like just going to a like I hope to go to at least one regional and
Hmm.
at least one international in
Hmm.
this series, like before worlds at least.
Okay.
I don't know how I will perform, because like I feel like after winning worlds, I feel like the you aren't as motivated, but I am definitely like excited to do this. I don't know how well I will perform, or if I am like washed after winning worlds.
I don't know.
But
I don't know if anyone would call you washed, but to loop Kaz in too. So Beelzeboy was saying how he's planning on going to at least one regional, one international this year just to compete too. So yeah, keep us looped in on which one you end up playing in. I think EUIC is probably the closest for you, right? For international. But hey, if you want to go to Pittsburgh this upcoming weekend, I'll see you there. But
yeah, Pittsburgh is way too early, like to book all the flight, like
yeah,
book
yeah,
flight
yeah.
tickets and stuff
It's
like
a little
that. But
last minute.
yeah,
That would be cool. That'd be really cool to see you play as well too. And for you, like it's kind of
Maybe
like
Las
stress free,
Vegas,
right? Maybe what?
maybe Vegas,
Oh,
but
Vegas. That could be
that
fun.
is, yeah,
That
yeah.
you should, yeah. Convince Massimo here to go too, because I think he was stressed about trying to qualify for Worlds again next year because he didn't get the auto qualification, right? But I was like, hey, you don't have to worry about the India qualifier if you win Vegas. So um, that could be a good time.
Yeah, I mean, like even it was his first in-person tournament as well this time, and he
Hmm.
came top eight. So like, yeah, I feel like I'm confident that he will do well in the next qualifiers as well.
Right. Right.
So I don't think he should be too much worried, but it would be so fun, like if both of us show up at a regional, it would be very fun to compete together.
Yeah, no, 100%. I know I was talking when I was talking to Massimo here a bit afterwards. So he was saying he's like, yeah, we're not even the best players from India. Actually, the best player from India is actually Nava Empire, which I know Anicor's been talking about for a couple of years now too. But kind of, what are your thoughts on Nava Empire? And hopefully we'll see him at a future Worlds one day.
Yeah, I like, so you know how we talked about Vroom being like, the first self world champion. I
Hmm.
feel like what, like if there was any one other person from India who put India like on the global scene, what it was
Hmm.
now Empire. Like he once uh, fast move denial, like days of fast move denial
Yeah,
after
yeah,
that
yeah.
was fixed. Like he was like, he shot up on the leaderboard so fast, and
Hmm.
he has been like so consistent all this time. Like
Yeah,
even before the rest of us, he has been around. He has, like, even though he's younger than both me and I, like he has been consistently performing well. And on the global, like in GBL and like in person like tournaments for a very long time. So we really hope to see him like at Worlds, or like in regional, or like just outside of India.
yeah. I want to see his skills as well too, and see if because I know Anicor's been hyping him up for years, and now that you are also saying he's quite good too, I feel like the best testament on how good a player is if other good players think they're good. Anicor's like all right, so I take his word with a grain of salt. But if you say Nava Empire is good, then I definitely believe it. But
Yeah, he's like the best of the best. Like I feel like he will perform, like if given a shot, he will definitely like perform. Like he will impress everyone that watches him play.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, definitely. So I'm excited to see it. But I know recently you started streaming as well on Twitch. I guess you used to be on Twitch a lot, but you didn't really stream. But you started streaming more recently, which is pretty cool because I feel like that's a standard transition, right? Like Axon started streaming after being world champ. You guys done a little bit here there, but he's still like on the younger side and doing school. But now you're kind of following the track too. So how's streaming been like, and also like where can people find your Twitch stream if they want to follow you?
Yeah, so I recently changed my Twitch handle from Lava Candy to Beelzeboy. It's like Beelzeboy underscore underscore,
Hmm.
which is one more underscore than wholesome underscore.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
two underscores. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, we were discussing how we are both like in the underscore gang. So yeah, like yeah, like streaming has been very fun. Like just and a lot of like learning for me, because even though I knew that streaming would like require a lot of things to like consider or like work with, like uh, playing and managing everything, like it has been very fun to learn the thing, like learn streaming.
Yeah, 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 definitely. Kaz, I was just asking Beelzeboy about his streaming experience, and he of course said he loves beating every flying Pokemon whenever he's streaming. But
No.
I'm just kidding. Okay, I know Kaz had a question too. Before we wrap this up as well, kind of what's your all-time favorite Pokemon? And then also before I forget too, what is the origin of your username? Because we were talking about this in a previous episode, but I want to hear from you first. So two-part question, but Pokemon first and your origin of your username.
Okay, when you say All-time favorite Pokemon, you mean like in general, like not
Yeah, in
just
general.
competitively, like
No, it could be outside of like PvP. Yeah, like just in general,
All
what your
time.
favorite Pokemon is. Yeah.
then it is Mew.
Oh, okay. Why Mew?
Yeah. I'm not sure. I just really like Mew. Maybe it's because of the anime or
Hmm.
because I have a Mew plush.
Yeah.
I like Mew, and so I have the Mew plush. It's not the other way around. Yeah, I really like Mew, and yeah, to it's just so cute, and it's a cat Pokemon, and it learns so many moves, and it's, even though it's like childish, it's also so very wise. So
Yeah.
I like Mew. Yeah.
That's nice. That's really cool. There were times where Mew was pretty meta relevant too in PvP, and
True.
I know Status Sam's probably hoping that comes back one day, but
Oh yeah,
okay.
yeah. He like did
He
very
used to
well
run
with the
in every
regional.
tournament. He had every
Yeah,
tournament. He had a Mew for some reason.
surf wild charge. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it was good when there's Metagame around. So, and yeah. So, where does your username come from? Because I had a viewer I think was it Mikey Morgs? I can't remember who it was.
It
It
was
was
either Mikey Morgs or Eight the Grape. I can't
it
remember.
wasn't eighth grade. Maybe it
No.
was Mikey Morgs. I might misremember. Anyway, they were talking about where your name comes from, but I want to hear from you. Like, where did you get your username from?
So like the story is a bit lackluster. The
Okay.
story behind the name is a bit lackluster. I so in 2016, when I created my Pokemon Go account, I needed a username,
Hmm.
and just randomly, like, I think there was some anime I was watching which had a character called Beelzebub. I'm not so sure
Yeah.
what my reasoning was, but yeah, that was just, I thought, Beelzebub, so a Beelzeboy, I guess.
Ah, gotcha.
And
Okay, that's pretty much what we said to a degree, but it wasn't from an anime. So, guys, he was saying that it's he got there was an anime character, I guess, when he watched as a kid
I
called
think I
Beelzebub,
think
yeah, or he
or some
thinks
cartoon I was watching.
some
I'm not so
cartoon, yeah,
sure.
yeah,
It sounds really familiar.
yeah. Apparently, it's like it's like it originates from like Satan or something. Beelzebub.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
a play on
But
that.
I wasn't really thinking so much about, Satan or
Yeah, yeah.
something.
I figured once you said the anime, I was like, oh, it might be a little different of a reference there, but um. Okay, well, that's really cool. I appreciate you taking the time to talk with us and kind of sharing your own journey, right? Because over the years as well, because we've only seen you on the stage in the past 2 years, but I know, and I'm sure many people know as well, especially in the grassroots scene, that you've been playing PvP for quite a while. So, um, kind of wild to think that you were the 16-year-old in a car asking your parents to pull over to catch a Pokemon, but
Yeah.
but here you are. So and I'm sure they're quite proud of your accomplishments. Is there anything we didn't get to ask you that you want to share, or any final thoughts?
Um, no, just, I'm like, I thank you for inviting me, and like, just like the hard work of a lot of people goes into, making anyone like win. Like, I don't think I could have won without, without the help of my friends, my family, and a lot of people who were just like nice to me in general at some point in time. And yeah, so I'm just like very grateful to everyone, like all of you.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, great to hear. A very humble world champion as well. Well, be sure to follow Beelzeboy's Twitch if you want to see him live. I'll actually put the link in our description as well too for anyone to
Mhm.
make it a little bit easier. But it is twitch.tv/Beelzeboy with two underscores. Where was Beelzeboy rate taken? Is that what happened? Or
Yeah, so Beelzeboy was taken. So
Mhm.
I tried making a new account with Beelzeboy underscore.
Yeah.
But then I was like, I'd rather just, make, I'd rather just stream on Lava Candy.
Yeah,
And so I
yeah.
was like, I streamed on Lava Candy, but then a lot of people were like, why don't you have your Twitch name as your actual, like, in-game name. So I was
Right.
like, okay, fine. Then I'll switch this back to Beelzeboy underscore. But since I was the one who took Beelzeboy underscore, I had to put two underscores.
Oh wait, because you took it
Yeah.
before. Oh wait, well you couldn't get rid of the other one, I guess, or
Yeah. So it's like it takes like I think 6 months to if you
oh,
change your username, you have to wait for 6 months for that username to be publicly available again.
okay. So I guess in 6 months you might change it back, or you'll just stick with double underscore, right? For now.
Yeah, I like two underscores for
Okay.
now.
Okay. Sounds good. Wait, where did lava candy come from? What is that reference to?
I am not sure about that either. I don't know how I come up with these names. I think it has something to do with a movie called The Adventures of Shark Boy and Lava Girl. It's
Oh, that does
like
sound
it's
familiar.
like
Yeah.
not a very popular, like it's like a cult movie. I don't know. Okay,
Yeah.
maybe not even a cult classic. It's just some movie which was similar to Spy Kids, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe I think that was the reason. But I'm not sure.
That's all good. That's all good. Well, anyway, I appreciate you taking the time with us, and we wish you the best in your future tournaments. Hopefully, maybe I'll see you in Vegas. Well, no, that'll be fun.
Maybe.
That'll be fun. But and maybe European International Championships too before next year. But yeah, yeah, I was saying to some people before like the grand finals, I was like, you know what, like I think I'm not rooting for any particular player, either Padawan or Beelzeboy. I think there's like both of them deserve to win it, but I do think that Europe already gets a lot of like focus, right? And obviously Padawan's like been on stage many times, but like it's only like a once in a year thing for India. So I feel like
Hmm.
if you want it, it would do a lot for the India PvP community, right? And I already know that that community is very strong, and I would love for there to be even more spots for India players, right, to qualify for Worlds, because
For
there's
sure.
definitely more than just four good players from India. Um, but yeah, so hopefully it did shine a good spotlight for the Indian community, and inspires other players, other Indian players to play. Because I know after Yukai won Worlds last year, like a lot more players from Hong Kong participated in the qualifier this year, right?
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
could be cool to see if that number bumps up or not for India next year. So um,
Maybe. Like,
yeah.
yeah, Yekai is like a celebrity in Hong Kong.
Yeah. We gotta get India to bring you to that level too, right? If you're not at it already. So, but it is cool that even your coworkers found out. I know, for Accent, when he was on the podcast talking about it, he's like, yeah, no one really knows I'm world champion. I can't just like walk around campus and no one even knows. But it's just
Oh,
that's just kind of like the quiet guy he is too. So it's a little bit different, I guess. So that's cool. Um, but yeah, thank you so much for taking the time. I know it's a little bit later on your end, but I hope everyone appreciated the interview. And if you have any questions for Beelzeboy, drop them down below, and maybe we'll pass them on, or just read them off in the next episode. But yeah, and then follow his Twitch channel if you have a chance. He does make some tier lists, and I don't know if I agree with the Bastion placement, but hey, I'll prove everyone wrong in Pittsburgh. That sounds
hey,
pretty good.
I put it in the no tier, not in
Yeah,
the F tier. So it's like you shouldn't be using it. I'm not saying it's bad, but
it's true.
what I'm saying is for the sake of um I don't know, more fun play.
Yeah. No one worry about Bastion. It won't be on any teams, right? You could be 5 times week too. It'll be all right.
Oh.
Yeah, no, for Caleb, all Caleb's opponents.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll catch you on the next one, and have a good one, everyone. Bye.